What's up, everybody? So last week, Kathleen Zellner filed with the Wisconsin Supreme Court on behalf of Stephen Avery. I made a few videos about the filing, and boy did the comments ever pick up on YouTube and on X. I'll link everything in the description below. But one of the people that did comment on one of the YouTube videos was none other than Ken Kratz. And here's what Ken Kratz had to say. The Court of Appeals ruled Kathleen Zellner did not satisfy the first prong of the Denny claim. Case over. But if that's not enough, the COA ruled Kathleen Zellner failed to establish the second prong of Denny. Case over. But if that's not enough, the COA ruled Kathleen Zellner failed to establish the third prong of Denny. Case over. So it's not a close case. 3 times the court said Avery loses. If Zellner hopes to win in the Supreme Court petition, they have to show the COA ruled incorrectly all 3 times. Not gonna happen. It's over. Find a new hobby, everyone. I absolutely love that last line. Ken Kratz is telling everyone to find a new hobby while commenting on the video about the case that he wants everyone to move on from, telling everyone it's over, find a new hobby. But before you find a new hobby, make sure you read my comment first. I found that absolutely hilarious, and I commented on that over on X, and we'll go over that here too in a second. But as far as the main context of Ken Kratz's comment there, I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. That is the entire reason why Kathleen Zellner is going to the Supreme Court of Wisconsin, because she believes that the COA, the lower court, did file incorrectly on those 3 things that Ken Kratz is talking about. That's why she filed this filing with the higher court, so the higher court can look at the lower court's decision. That is absolutely not a guarantee that the Supreme Court is going to rule in Stephen Avery or Kathleen Zellner's favor. They could very well be like, no, the Court of Appeals ruled correctly. See you later. So that is a very strong possibility. That could happen, but the whole point is to make sure that the Court of Appeals did rule correctly, because the Supreme Court could be like, hey, that's not how this works at all. Stephen Avery now gets an evidentiary hearing, a new trial, whatever the case may be. That's the whole point of filing with the Supreme Court of Wisconsin, is to look at the lower court's filing and decide whether they made a mistake or whether they did their job correctly. People go to the Supreme Court for that reason. People do go to the Supreme Court and get the case overturned or granted a new trial or whatever the case may be. That's why they're there. Now, Ken Kratz stated everyone is to find a new hobby. So I replied with a screenshot of that comment on X. I'm at NewScott. I will put everything in the description below if you want to go give a follow. Ken Kratz tells everyone to find a new hobby while watching a video and commenting on the subject he wants people to not pay attention to. It's pretty funny. Find a new hobby, everyone, but read my comment first. He didn't like that, and he responded with this, and I love the term he used because it was like a 90s wrestling group, and one of my favorite wrestlers was in that group. And here's what Ken Kratz responded with. At NewScott, teaching his flock, that's the wrestling group, how to deal with any accurate legal analysis showing the Avery case is over. Zellner, I'll devote hours to reading all 31 pages of her legal motion, word for word to my followers. Kratz too busy to watch or comment on one of Ken Kratz's trial videos. He's correct. So here's what he's talking about. He's talking about how I always read Kathleen Zellner's filings and word for word to everybody. People seemingly enjoy it. I don't know. I don't get it. But people like ask me to do it. I get comments and replies of people. We can't wait to see your reading of the filing, your thoughts and opinions, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I do it. If nobody watched, if nobody paid attention, I wouldn't do it. Ken Kratz states that I'm too busy to watch one of his videos. He's asked me numerous times if I would watch some of his videos and comment on them. The whole reason why he wants me to watch his videos and comment on them is because the amount of followers I have on this YouTube channel, it's over 100,000 now, thank you very much. He wants some of them to jump over. It'll bump up the engagement and views and things on his videos, and he wants that engagement. Don't blame him, I would want that engagement too. He's asked me numerous times to watch his videos, and I told him I will. I told him I would. And someday, I likely will. I just don't have all of the time. I don't know how much free time these people have, he has, or whoever else has. I don't have the time to sit down and watch videos that everybody makes. Will I watch one of Ken Kratz's videos? Will I watch all of Ken Kratz's videos someday? Absolutely. It's just not going to be right now, but one day I will watch them, and if I have a thought or an opinion, I will comment on them. But here's the thing. I have given Ken Kratz a platform on my platform numerous times in the past. That's right. I gave Ken Kratz a place to speak and share his opinion on my platform. He was doing that to try and bump up his own platform. I have linked his X account, Kratz Uncancelled. I have linked his YouTube channel many times. I'll link it in the description below. I don't know what the address is offhand, but it will be in the description if you're interested. I have linked all of his social media numerous times. It is not my fault or my problem if any of my 100,000 plus followers on here, any of my 100,000 plus followers on Facebook, it is not my fault if they choose not to jump over and follow you. It's not my fault if they are not interested in the things you are saying. I don't know, I think it's weird when people be like, move on, but here's 50 comments before you should move on, and reply to every one of them, and then I'm going to reply to all of those as well. But that's what Ken Kratz had to say on this particular filing of Kathleen Zellner's. What do you think? Let me know. Leave some comments below. Hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.